Hi, and welcome to Audience 101. Today, I'm really excited to show you around our connected audience flywheel. Now, this is a system that I've basically developed over the last 30 years of marketing, and I've done it in collaboration with some of the best challenger marketeers out there. These were people working at companies like Virgin, Ericsson, Spotify, Android, YouTube, all of the above. And the fundamentals of it are making sure that you take the principles of the elements that are actually working successfully in marketing. When I say working successfully, I mean the ones that are actually connecting directly to your audience in real time. And so let me just kind of take you through to this simple deck. Oh, this is it. What we're going to learn here are four basic pillars. And to be honest with you, none of this is rocket science. I call them a series of blindingly obvious moments. They're so simple and so obvious, but when you actually put them together, they are incredibly powerful. And really and honestly, this system is here for anybody that is a individual entrepreneur who's got to put a marketing hat on now and start marketing their business, or a department owner or a member of a team who is starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed with everybody telling you that AI is going to change everything. And look, let's be real. AI has a wonderful role in marketing, but the more fake we get, the more we bombard people with content, the real human beings, not the bots or the reach figures or anything like that, but people like you and me are going to get more and more pissed off. And we are going to want to connect more and more in real life. So how do we do that? Well, this system really helps deliver that. And it's quite simple. You can join the flywheel at any point, but it's broken into gather, which are physical in real life events, connect within a community, and I'll talk about what a real community is later, capture, and that's how do we create content that really resonates and engages with real people, not just chucks it out there for mass appeal. And then engage. How do we get into the right channels where our audiences live? So just focusing on gather, we all know the power of an event, but events have really adapted over the years. And an event can be a virtual one, it can be an in real life one, or it can be hybrid. And anybody can create an event. Anybody can get a chair or do a Zoom, but you've got to make it an experience. You've got to make it something that emotionally connects. You've got to be able to tell your story and all those sort of things. And so when you do that, what really starts to happen is you're starting to already create content. The more of that content we can capture, the more cost efficient and the more authentic it's going to be. Then we move over into connect, community. Now, I'm not talking about communities within social media. That comes in the engage section. What I'm talking about is gated, bonded communities, somewhere where somebody actually physically joins and gets involved with you. Now, they can be Discord, they can be Circle, they can even be Roblox. My community is actually in Mighty Networks, which again, we can talk about another time. It's the most powerful one. It's the most valuable one built around real human connection. And a community is basically where you start to join the dots, because a community is an experience that's always on. It's the idea of being able to get audiences to come into your world and you can start building relationships. Then, as we've already touched upon within Gather, capture is how do you use content to really capture people's attention? How do you tell your story in an authentic way that it just doesn't become noise? And we've got to be clear, so much noise right now is, caused by just people chucking content out, selling stuff, talking rubbish. It's how do you capture attention? How do you create that emotional engagement? Then we go into the fourth pillar, which is engaged. Now, when I say engage, I talk media, things like social media or TV or all those sort of things. But again, for the people that haven't got these massive budgets, you can't go and do the NFL ads and stuff like that. What we're talking about engage is find out where your audience actually lives. What are the channels they're hanging out in? So for me, my flywheel, just to put it into context, is my gather is I do a virtual connected festival every month. I then go to where my audience is, which is at like South by Southwest or possible in Miami, and I create pop-up experiences. And I also do local pop-ups in local towns as well, and there's more of those to come. I then have built a community within Mighty Networks, which is a subscription community that you're all welcome to join. I'm then doing stuff like this. I'm creating, hopefully, authentic content in a way that captures your attention and resonates with you. And I push that through into my channels. And my channels are YouTube, LinkedIn, my newsletter, and the community itself. And I'll custom the content to fit those channels specifically. And I will engage in conversations through those channels as well. So that is what the connected audience flywheel is all about. I hope you like it. If you did, please like this and subscribe to this channel. If you want to know more, I would love to have a meeting with you and tell you about it. I also have a course that is available. The full course is free to my members, which if you subscribe, but we are also going to have the course available to non-members as well. And that's where you can go through each of these 4 stages in a lot more detail. There's videos to watch, there's interviews, there's even films, reading material, all that sort of thing to help you to get the basic principles of how to turn events into experiences, create a community that really turns audiences into your fans and eventually your customers, capture content through authentic storytelling, and focused media so you can really engage in the channels where all your audience lives. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoy it. Look forward to seeing you soon.